PW Live right now.
6:30. Church Resurrection Weekend is a few days away, and I hope you are coming. You know, we're celebrating Easter the New Life way, and it all starts on Good Friday. I'm excited because at 6:30, Good Friday, not only are our ministerial staff going to be ministering the seven last word, I found out we got baptism and baby dedication, and then on top of that, some of my favorite worship leaders are coming, so we get to worship together. Darius Twyman, who I think is one of our greatest headliners here at home, is going to be with us, along with Jordan Welch. Man, I'm so excited to welcome her to Detroit. She's one of the Kingdom's most powerful worship leaders, and she'll be with us not only on Good Friday, but also on Resurrection Sunday. One church, one service. Doors open at 9:30. If you're coming to serve that morning, of course, our serve teams gather at 9 o'clock in the morning. But whether you're dressing up or whether you're dressing down, it's not about the clothes, it's about the soul. It's Resurrection Weekend, the New Life way. I want you to grab everybody you can. Call your family, friends, and a few enemies. It's all happening right here at the city, and I can't wait to see you all weekend long. It's going to be a great weekend.
PW Live right now.
6:30. Family, is Pastor Welton, and we're just a few weeks away from Leader Shift Q2. You know, every quarter of this year, we're hosting 2-day intensives designed to develop leaders intentionally for the future. Tim Bowman Jr. is our guest this time, and he's coming to speak directly to the creatives, to the innovators, to the visionaries, to the gifted. Last quarter, we talked about structure and education. Dean John Guns came and challenged us in an incredible way, and it's amazing that some that were a part of leadership last quarter are actually enrolled in college this quarter. This quarter, we're going to focus on consecration as it relates to your creativity. What does my prayer life have to do with what I'm called to produce? Tim Bowman is one of the most creative kingdom agents we've ever seen, and he's coming back home to talk about what it takes to take a concept, a dream, a vision, and make it come to life in the hearts of people all over the world. It's April 5th and 6th. You know, Friday starts at 6:30. Doors open at 6 o'clock. But on Saturday, we kick off early, 4:30 in the morning. Doors open, starts right at 5. You know, at 5:15, we close the doors. They told me last time we did it, we turned about 30 or 40 people away. I felt terrible. I don't care what you got to do. I want you to get up early, maximize this moment. Let's be better together. It's leadership, consecration, and creativity. Register today. Pastors, bring your leaders. Managers, bring your team. If what you do requires you to touch people, leadership is the space for you. Some places you don't want to get better by yourself. Bring somebody with you so that you can be better together.
PW Live right now.
6:30. asked me, PW, why does leadership start so early? Well, I didn't have any other choice. You know, back when we started leadership, the church had grown to a place where most individuals connected to our ministry had began operating in their own lane of purpose or business. So the challenge became getting all of our core together at one time. You know, everybody gets so busy in the daytime, so it was almost impossible to get everybody together at night. So then we said, well, let's do it at 5 o'clock. And they said, PW, ain't nobody coming that early unless they really are committed to the vision. And a light bulb came off. Well, that's the only people don't. Then a light bulb came off. Well, those are the only people you should trust to be in leadership anyway. We did leadership expecting a few people to show, and over 200 people came. And one thing I've learned is you got to learn what the vision's worth before you trust them with leadership. Sometimes the invitation is the first test. Sometimes the invitation is the first test. You know, hey, you got to be there at 4:30 in the morning. Doors close at 5:10. That's too early. I need to know that now before I trust you. So their response is a whole revelation. Only the serious people get up at 5 a.m. And if you're not serious, you probably shouldn't be leading anyway. So no, that's the reason we pour early, because I don't believe real leaders rise late. So. Children's church available. Yeah, we try to provide children's church at in everything we do, because we know that most people, child care is a challenge. First finding somebody who's safe, and then finding somebody who's available. So, yeah, even at leadership, 5 o'clock in the morning, our entire children's church staff is present, so your children can get some rest, eat some breakfast, and all you got to do is specify in the registration form that you're bringing children so they can be prepared. And while you're learning, they're going to be resting, playing, or eating, whatever they got to do. Well, leadership is a space for leaders of all kinds. Of course, I intentionally invite pastors to bring their leaders, and if what you do requires you to touch people or a team in any way, leadership all year is going to speak to the areas of development you got to be prepared for. So, you know, one of the worst things in the world is to be sitting in a space and all you can think about is who else needs to hear it. It's absolutely free. Wake up early. Bring your teams. It's going to expose them to perspectives, and many times affirm some of the things you've been trying to convey. Remember, one plants, another waters, God gives increase. So sometimes it can become a sounding brass when they only hear from you. Let somebody else water some of the things you planted, and then I believe God's going to give increase in the area of vision. watch Leadership online? Absolutely not. Some moments you actually have to come for it. You know, I'm not always an advocate of in-person only. However, some moments have to be present for them to matter. So 5 o'clock in the morning, doors open at 4:30. We kick off right at 5. At 5:15, those doors gonna close, baby. Now don't worry about it. You can bring whatever you need. It's coffee here. It's a little snack food here. It ain't gonna fill you up, but it's gonna get you up. Bring your breakfast, whatever you gotta do. Doors open at 4:30. They just close at 5:15. Why? Because timeliness is a reflection of honor. You only own time for something that's worth it to you. So yeah, we kind of put some parameters around people's presence so that we know that the people are here. They're really here for something intentional. It just changes the point.